Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Simon here, Simon Iredale, on a beautiful Monday. Well, it is beautiful because I woke up, and that's my simple life strategy. If I wake up in the morning, it's a beautiful day. And clearly I'm not in the car, as you can probably tell. I'm sat in the boardroom of Motion Lab, one of the companies that I'm involved in. I originally started Motion Lab back in 1999, at the start of the internet boom. Then went off into London and did other things and Sony Music and whatever else, and came back up north and started Motion Lab back in 2004. So we've been going 15 years. We're a big brand building, creative marketing agency, deep dive forensic analysis, all that kind of clever stuff. AI, VR, the lot. Build apps, software. We have lots of separate businesses that all in the same sort of arena, really. Digital marketing, brand building. So you can be assured that the content that I'm giving you, the tips and tricks and strategies, have been used on the coalface. These are real strategies that actually really work, providing that you do them properly. So I'm also just out of hospital, so thank you to all those people that gave me well wishes. That's very kind of you, thank you very much. I'm getting there, I'm getting better. I even managed to go to the pub the other night, which is a good thing for me. So I went to the pub and I met a very good friend of mine, a girl called Kirsty. And Kirsty was being very complimentary about the videos, saying lots of nice things, so thank you for that. Always like compliments. But she said, Simon, could you please do me a video all about social media? Because the bosses at work have tasked me with looking after the social media accounts for the business. I don't really know what I'm doing. Bit of a stereotypical thing that businesses seem to do nowadays. They kind of want to get it off their to-do list and they pass it down to somebody else who clearly looks like they know what they're doing, which is a bit of a frustration for mine because obviously these bosses don't see the huge value and benefits and opportunities that social media can bring. I digress. Anyway, so I'm going to attempt in about 8 to 10 minutes to give you a bit of an overview around social media and how social media works. Clearly, I'm not going to be able to go into too much detail because that would take me hours, but I'll give you enough to at least get going around how to format your content and how to write the correct type of content for business. There are two parts to social media for business. There's the front end narrative and there's the back end stuff that we as marketeers use, which is the ad manager and customer demographic profiling, all that kind of stuff. I won't really go into too much detail on that. This is much more around the narrative, around the front end conversation that you're going to have with your customers. Okay, so you clearly know how you use social media in a personal context. You share pictures of your dogs and your cats and your holidays. You tell jokes, you share things, you ask for recommendations, you tell people generally about your life. You post selfies and you say, am I beautiful? Yes, you are beautiful. You post pictures of some new purchase, some new shoes and say, have I made the right decision? And people say, yes, you've made the right decision. They are lovely shoes. That's how you kind of use it from a personal perspective. You also join groups as well, which from a marketing perspective is superb for us. So you join groups. So if you're into pug dogs, you may well join a pug dog group. If you are into model railways, you will join a model railway group. Why is that good for business and for marketers like us? It's great because it means that you are voluntarily putting yourself into a marketing pot. It means that those back-end tools I spoke about earlier, it means that we can go in there and we can target groups of people really specifically. So if I have a pug dog cleaning kit, do they exist? A pug dog cleaning kit, it means that I can put an advert or some content and I can place it right in front of those people that I know are into pug dogs. Get the idea? In the past, when we just used to have newspapers and magazines and TV and radio, we would just hope, cross our fingers and hope that 0.1% of the readership would see the advert and would then go on and engage with us and buy products. Whereas now we can be incredibly targeted, almost laser guided in what we're putting out there, which means that the advertising is much cheaper, incredibly cost effective, but also delivers a huge return on investment. So, that's how you use it from a personal perspective. There's no context around it. You just put content out. You're just living your life like you're living in some massive pub, sharing your stories and your pictures and your videos and things like that. From a business perspective, it's all about context. It's all about context because you don't make friends with a business. You could be fans and you could be an advocate of the business, but you don't make friends. So you don't have that normal person-to-person conversation. So the content that comes out of a business needs to be wrapped in some form of context. Let me explain. So let's just think about this. So the business is putting some content out there. It's very easy to fall into the trap and just pretend and treat it like it's your own personal account and just put general rubbish up and general rubbish content. Just, oh, look at me, there's a picture of the dog in the office, or there's a picture of some healthy eating plan that we've decided to all join. There's no context. So you can use social media for business in lots of different ways. Not only is it an incredibly powerful sales tool, using that marketing tool I said in the back end and putting lovely content around your sales propositions, but you can also use it for things like recruitment. It's a great tool to use for recruitment. So clearly the context there, the content that you put out for around recruitment would be all about the staff. Interviews with the bosses, it'd be interviews with the staff. It would be information about the culture, what a great place it is to work there. It'll be pictures of nights out, it'll be pictures of people having a good time. It'll be obviously the job descriptions and all the values that you can deliver and all that kind of stuff. So you get the idea. The context there is recruitment, attracting potential candidates to come and join your fantastic business. So that's the context. So the context around the sales would be what a fabulous company you are to do business with. Here's some pictures of our products. Here's some videos of people wearing our products. Here's a picture of our restaurant. Here is some of the food that we're serving. Here's some of the members of the team that will be serving you. Here's some of the jobs that we've done for other people. So from a sales perspective, it's all about promoting your business, putting out their content, which is saying what a fantastic business you are and what a great job that you do. That's the context. It could be used from a brand loyalty perspective. So it's all about content, which is people who've said lovely things about your business. So what a great company they are to work for. Look at my wonderful garden that's been designed. Look at this fantastic meal I've just eaten. Look at this beautiful scarf that I'm wearing that this company have given me. And it was delivered right in time for the party. You get the idea. So from a brand perspective, it's all about sharing those wonderful compliments and testimonials and client experiences, so that when people come to view your business, they say, wow, this looks like a company I want to do business with. I want to buy their products or engage their services. So that's the context around that. And then finally, it could be used as a communication tool. I say finally, there's lots of other pots, but for now, it can be used as a communication tool. And you'll probably notice that some of the biggest brands, if not all the biggest brands in the world, use social media as their primary communication tool. Virgin Trains, for example, do a very, very good job of this. I travel a lot on Virgin Trains, and if you're ever stuck and the train isn't moving, if you tweet Virgin Trains, pretty much guarantee the social media team will come back to you faster than the train manager. They're just very good at it. It's a really great experience. Now, I speak to a lot of business owners, and a lot of business owners are very, very scared about putting or giving the ability for consumers to comment and chat openly in front of everybody about their business. Because they think, well, what if they say something bad? Well, they're going to say something bad if you're doing something bad. So it's a great opportunity to show people, and this kind of leaks into the brand loyalty bit as well. It's a great opportunity to show people that you are open to help, and that you are doing a great job of matching the customer's expectations of your business. So it's not a bad thing whatsoever. So from a communication perspective, there's the context. The context is that you are happy to communicate with your potential customers or with your existing customers, and you are there to sort any problems out. It's also a great tool from a research perspective. So from a research perspective, you're getting all these people putting all this information. So can I buy this then? Do you do this? Do you do that? We've seen this a lot in business where people have specifically asked for a certain product type, which the company don't do, but because there's a demand for it, the company goes out and does it. So it's a great research tool as well. So there you go. The difference between social media for business and social media from a personal perspective is purely about context. It has to be written so it sits in one of these pots. You may well find other pots as well. So when you're writing the content, make sure you are doing it with the context in mind, so that somebody who's reading it can do something about it, and it's informing them, and it's delivering them some value. And that's it. And then obviously, as I said before, in the back end of the site, you also have the Ad Manager tool and the audience demographic profiling tool, where you can boost posts and you can put advertisements in front of people. But that's for another conversation. Suffice to say, that should give you enough of a steer on how to start doing social media. If you have any questions, or social media for business, if you have any questions, please let me know. Visit simonidell.com and I will do my best to answer whatever you throw at me. But for now, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will look forward to seeing you in the next video.